Number 10, Lily Payne. Northern Valley will go with a 5'6" junior. Number 3, Delaney Sides. For the Bobcats, a 5'8" sophomore, number 13, Rebecca Strickler. Northern Valley will counter with a 6' sophomore, number 5, Audrey Bina. For the Bobcats, number 21, a junior, Callahan Flax. Northern Valley will go with a 5'7" senior, number 12, Miss Mary Baird. For the Bobcats, a sophomore, 5'5", number 23, Madeline Kraus. For the Huskies, a 5'8" senior, number 15, Austin Cox. And the last one here for the Healy Bobcats, the athlete, Jalen Spangler. She's about 5'7", but man, is she speedy. Wait till you see her in track season. And for Northern Valley, a 5'3" senior, number 23, Braxton Cox. Northern Valley, of course, head coach Dean Lewis in his first year, and his longtime assistant Lacey Hansen. Coach Joe Spangler and Kaylee Cole will assist him on the sidelines for the Bobcats. 2 subs over there for the Bobcats, Amy Luna and Teresa Stankova. Northern Valley will only have 2 on the bench as well, 2 freshmen over there, J.C. Giphart and Iris Skimper. So I hope the referees paid attention. Don't be fouling anybody out. We're going to have trouble because the benches are short.
Might be a war of attrition here in this one. Hopefully you don't end up playing 3-on-3 ball here by the end of this one.
Made it into the Olympics. It might make it into the doghouse, right?
That's right.
Northern Valley will start against a zone defense inside, outside. Braxton's 3 on the way. Good!
Love that ball movement to start the game, going inside out. It makes a big difference now. Having Bina down low as well, they can work it inside to both of those post players, and it really allows the guards to set up and shoot instead of just trying to shoot in rhythm off the dribble, which is a lot harder to do.
Northern Valley in their second possession sides Y a 3 and just goes off the mark. This ball would be batted out by Bina, and it will go over to the Bobcats. Flax to play it in. Spangler running the point guard duties here against Mary Baird at the top of that. In that man-to-man defense, 3-pointer on the way by Flax, no good. Rebound by Cox. Austin.
Already has her second rebound of the night. Northern Valley is a pretty good overall rebounding team, something that they've definitely improved on from year to year here, and it's something that during these last couple of games when they've really been working, and the 3-second call is going to come against Bina on the backside there. Kind of made camp there, and I think they gave her a little extra than 3.
Yeah, and glad you said the rebounding deal because Austin's dad was kind of upset with her. She only had 1 rebound against Stockton when things just were not going her way. You can't let your rebounding get in the way of that. And a nice shot up in there, and that basket is good by Madeline Kraus, the leading scorer coming into this one, averaging 14.5 a game for the Bobcats.
Definitely need to know where she is at all times when she's coming in, shooting a clip like that, and also with those 8 rebounds, you know, even if she's not the one taking the shot, you got to get a body on her. She's going to try to go in there and clean up those messes on offensive boards and get putbacks.
Austin with a miss from the outside. 3 3-pointers up by Northern Valley. And now a 3-pointer on the way by Strickler is going to rattle around and come down to Mary Baird's hands. 3-2 Northern Valley in the lead. Austin drives baseline now back to Braxton, who knocked in the points for Northern Valley to start this one. Austin, she swings the ball to Braxton now, open for her second 3. This one will go off to the left, but tracked down by Northern Valley on an offensive board by Austin.
Yeah, I don't hate the outside shot from Northern Valley, but you really want it to come from that inside-out pass, and they did right there. The dribble penetration from Austin to the kick out to Delaney. So they need to be more patient, working it around, or like you just saw right there, doing that dribble penetration and getting that defense to collapse and giving space to those shooters on the outside.
Spangler with a nice lay-in. And both of Northern Valley's three-pointers have come off of inside-out action or drive-in, penetrate-out action. It's the easiest shot to shoot when you catch the pass coming from inside and all your momentum pulling forward. Lily Payne with it out high. Now she'll go to Flax. On the outside, three-pointer is coming from Krause. It's going to be no good. Sides will track that rebound down, and Northern Valley's got numbers.
They can find Bina and Baird both running down the floor. It's off of Bina's hands, but Baird there to clean it up, and there's a foul call. We know that they're hopefully, like you said, not going to call it too ticky-tack there, but that was kind of a no-doubter. Going to send Baird to her first trip to the line tonight. She does a nice job finding herself at the charity stripe. We'll see if she can cash in on these 2 attempts.
She's averaging 8.5 free throw attempts per game.
Just missing on the first shot.
Her second one is up and long. Lily's got the rebound and now quickly out to Spangler. As she'll set against Mary Baird out there trying to guard her. Putting athlete on athlete there. 2 track athletes. Spangler in the sprints. Mary Baird, of course, a high jumper for a long time here for Northern Valley. Skies to grab that rebound. One and done has been the issue here for the Bobcats. Not a lot of offensive rebounds and second chance points. Inside out, Austin will pull the long jumper down and in.
Yeah, and it's kind of been the story of this game so far. We haven't seen a lot of second chance opportunities for either team so far in this one.
8-4, Northern Valley jumped out to a lead here in the first 4 minutes of this one. Northern Valley has struggled in the opening frame of basketball games. Tonight, 8 points in 4 minutes of play.
Yeah, and they're really letting it rip from the outside in this one. We talked about maybe they're going live by the 3, die by the 3 approach, and so far it has worked for them as long as they can get that inside-out pass that they're looking for.
Inside they go to Payne. She'll kick back outside and around to Flax and now to Spangler up high. Ball movement is good here on this possession by the Bobcats. Gets it to Krause. Now back to Spangler it goes. Inside. And feed it to her on a turnaround baseline jumper is no good. Austin's got her 3rd rebound down, and she's going to push the tempo here for Northern Valley.
It was nice movement for the Bobcats there. I think Spangler found herself deeper on the baseline than she initially thought when she turned around to shoot that pass or shoot that ball. And then there's a good 3 as well. And it's been all the 3 ball in this one pretty much for the Lady Huskies.
Well, that was started there on a shot that maybe Austin was kicking herself for not shooting, and then Braxton was open, and then by golly, if 2 people have been open, the third is going to be wide open, and it was Sides, and she made it happen. So sometimes even a shot you don't take leads to a tremendous shot. Great snapshot pass inside for Bina. She was fouled, and she'll go to the line.
Yeah, and after that surgical pass inside, just slicing and dicing the defense, I honestly don't hate that foul because it's all that was standing between that easy bucket and the Huskies. Bina's first shot rattles in and out. That's the one thing about the Huskies early on in this one is they're now 0 for 3 from the line, I believe.
Bina came in averaging 80% from the line, which is spectacular from your 6-footer inside. Very soft shot from her, and we've seen her step back in previous years and even fire a few 3-pointers. Ball just comes off of her fingers really, really well.
Yep, she's got a really natural shot. They find Krause inside, but she leaves it just short. Payne tracks it down, but tries to kick it out to her team. It's going to be a backcourt violation as the Huskies did not tip that ball as it gets kicked outside.
Northern Valley up 12-4 here early in this game, as we've got 2 minutes and 46 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Austin, dribble in, now kick her out and around. Mary wide open underneath as she found it. She'll turn and reverse the basketball. Austin inside, little floater will up and in. Soft touch for Austin.
Hitting that mid-range jumper tonight, and that's a really crucial part to this game is Austin is probably the best rim runner or slasher that this team has. however you want to classify a rim runner. Sometimes that could be the people who get out and try to cherry pick on the defense.
I'd
have to probably give that one to Mary.
Maybe she's saying that she's a little floater by Bina.
Baird saves it before it goes out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Huskies.
High post back to Baird. She's going to find herself open in the middle, and she'll put it in. All 5 starters into the scoring column with that one. Now Mary has added her bucket to it here in this first quarter, 16-4.
And we've really, I feel like a broken record. We preached that every one of these last couple of games for these Lady Huskies is they get that contribution from everybody. That's when they play at their very best, and we're seeing it falling into place here again tonight for them.
Austin stop and pop for 3. Bang!
Having one of her best shooting performances early on in this one in a while.
19 in the first quarter here, and it feels like
we're watching the boys' game.
It really does. Is the momentum and everybody seeing the basketball go through the rim is contagious.
If you see those first couple of shots go in, it is crazy. And there surely has to be some science behind it. You said it's contagious, but really seeing those first couple shots go in, it does wonders for your team.
Flax turnaround jump shot, no good. Fought for her. Braxton's got the rebound.
Krause is guarding her.
So Northern Valley been killing them from the outside and from that high post spot with Baird. Nice slither move from her, got bumped, but an offensive board and a nice pass by Sides will lead to another bucket.
I love the aggression. Everyone's going to the ball. Everyone's finding the rim, and it's doing great things for the Lady Huskies. It gets tipped out. It'll stay with the Bobcats. Spangler trying to make something happen.
And Coach Lewis not really wanting to pull anything away, but the freshmen are going to come in here with 23 ticks left to go here in this first quarter to give Bina and Cox a break, as well as Stankova into the game for the Bobcats. Spangler with a real quick move, but is now picked off by Skimper, and Northern Valley will get the last shot with 12 seconds to go. Nobody's going to guard Braxton. She'll dribble in. Thought she was going to fire that one away. We'll swing it to Sides. It's open for 3 and will let it fly and connects her third 3. What is that? The turkey for Sides in the first quarter. 24-4 Northern Valley.
Gotta be happy with that start if you're a fan of the green.
You play like this, what are you, undefeated? And I said, no, if you make 5 threes a quarter, you're winning state undefeated.
Yeah, so we'll see if they can keep the good times rolling after that excellent first quarter of action. You got to be pleased if you're Northern Valley, but a lot of time left in this ball game. And Coach Spangler over there doesn't obviously like the hole that his team is now in, but it does start right there with a good shot from Krause over the top of Bina, playing solid defense.
She knocks that in. It's her 5th point of the game. High post to Bina, inside Skimper, turns, fires, scores, and the ball just keeps rolling down. Now all we're missing is J.C. Gippart from everybody scoring in this one.
She's got time to still get it done.
Saved in. Payne's going to put it up. Blocked by Skimper at the point of attack. Now J.C.'s going to push it forward. Audrey Bina's out in front. Will she put it down? Well, she missed the layup. I thought she might try and dunk it.
This is Krause with it, trying to beat the defense back and couldn't get it done. She kicks it back out to Spangler.
Spangler on the dribble, going to the corner. Now Flax will go to the rim. Nobody stopped her. She get all the way there. Lily Payne in position will fight and win that rebound battle. Kicks back out to a teammate, and that was Spangler's long jumper is no good. Northern Valley will get it back on the air ball. Austin in for Braxton.
Yeah, and the tough thing about the situation, if you're the Bobcats right now, is you feel like you have to press being down by 19, but you still have to show a lot of patience, even more so in a lot of ways, because you're not going to find a 19-point shot out there. You have to stay consistent. You got to play good defense, and right now they're still getting eaten up and all over the place. It came from outside, but in this quarter so far, it's all come from inside, the damage.
Bina with a wonderful pass inside the interior spot. Finds Skimper streaking to it. Now she's got a block, and she's rim running herself. If Austin can find her, she didn't let it run. Sides, double skip. J.C. Giphart open. Will let it go just a little long. Ball on the ground. Bina with it. She'll get it back. No, it'll go to sides. Now they'll reset inside, and that ball is stolen out of there by Kraus.
Yeah, Kraus could telegraph where they wanted to go with that shot. We've got an official's timeout, something on the floor. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe that's what Clay Van Patten had earlier. It's lucky.
Is it a voucher? Oh, maybe just a piece of trash, maybe a piece of tape. We got one of those concession stand vouchers the other day.
Yeah, we're going to have to go check that out. Northern Valley's got a pretty good concession
I think
stand.
Tate and Lucas are going to have to take over the broadcast while we go cash in our voucher. Otherwise, Becky's not going to stay open for us.
No. I don't think we can DoorDash our concession stand order up here to the Crow's Nest.
No, that has been attempted. I know that Cynthia Skimper told me that she did try and DoorDash us a cheeseburger the other day to the score or to up here to the Crow's Nest, and a travel will be called against Stankova at the high post. Give it back to Northern Valley, but she was unsuccessful.
Man, that's why we need a hot dog cannon, someone to shoot one up to.
Holy cow, you came up with a great idea there, buddy.
I've got a lot of the good ones. And a travel called the other way, it's going to go against J.C. Giphart. Gives the ball right back to Western Plains.
You know, Northern Valley kind of started the bumper music here in Western Kansas and the small school stuff.
Yeah.
I would like to be the ones that start the hot dog cannon. And you know what? If it has to, we can give you credit. We can put your face on the hot dog cannon if you want.
Yes.
Stankova with an offensive board. She'll put it back. Fouled by Skimper. She'll go to the line for 2.
What a thing to be known for, though. Bringing the hot dog cannon to the Valley. Boosters, if you're listening.
Well, I'm thinking, post-prom, I mean, wouldn't that work, You shoot the hot dog cannon off, and it's brought to you by post-prom. Nice shot by Stankova bringing it in.
I don't know how you make money on a hot dog.
Well, how you make money is, if you get the hot dog, you're responsible.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
Ticket sales will go through the roof.
Yeah.
Standing room only if you got a hot dog cannon. Don't even get me started on a T-shirt cannon.
No. We got to have some edibles. Edibles out of a cannon always are top of the list. Inside to Baird. Turn over that left shoulder. Off the glass and in. Mary Baird with 6 early here in the doghouse. Her first bucket of this second quarter.
It's really good to see that kind of that short-range shot fall for Mary Baird a little easier. This one in a 3-ball.
Rebecca Strickler knocks it in.
She's shooting at over 40% from out there, so I'm not surprised to see that one go in. Maybe they'll go back to her, and if they can get a hot hand on the outside of someone shooting over 40% from three-point range, that could be how you get back in to this kind of deficit.
Go baseline, girl. Go baseline.
Trying to force it inside, and it's tipped away by Stankova.
Out top, Spangler with it. Tough matchup with Mary Baird guarding her. Fadeaway jumper. Tough one. Now Austin's got it, and numbers coming that way. 2 on 3, 3 on 1. Now a shove in the back is.
That's going to be Kraus picking that one up. Is it an intentional?
I didn't think it didn't feel like it was to me.
I just never know what they do with a push in the back, but she didn't get the hands extended, so maybe that's what you're looking for. But it will be Northern Valley's ball underneath. They'll run their 4 flat. They run a lot of inbounds plays out of this look.
Inside, Bina had it knocked away. Austin got it recovered.
Travel called here. This is where you say, just because it's ugly doesn't mean it's a travel.
That's what Dean said. Dean lifted his hand up. Just because it's ugly, they'll call it a travel. But she cashed that shot, by the way. She stays perfect. Now she'll get out in front of everybody and put this one in as well, Austin.
Friendly bounce to her. Gives that bucket back to her that she was wanting on that travel call.
Inside, and a foul will go against Northern Valley. Could go with Sides, Cox, or Bina. We'll see how many fingers the referee holds up. Looks like it's going to go against Bina, as he held all 5 in that right hand of his. Yeah. Sending Miss Madeline Kraus to the line.
And Madeline Kraus is going to attack inside and really take it at you. As someone who averages 14.5 points a game, you know she's going to try to find ways to keep that ball going through the hoop. If it's not falling from outside the way she wants to, or if she's not able to get the shot she's really wanting, she's going to find a way to get looks, and that right now is from that free throw line.
Sides running the point now for Northern Valley. As she'll get it to Austin on the corner. Austin luckily got it back to Braxton somehow. Inside to Bina. They cannot stop that right there. And she just turns and scores. Audrey Bina with her first bucket of the night.
Really?
She had one free throw ahead of that.
I think she missed one. And there, a lot of contact. Kraus finds space to bank that one in.
With 8 points in the game out of the 14. Sides thought about a three, but Mary Baird's wide open in the middle, and she'll float it up and in, and should have been an and one. But Mary now with 8 in the game.
Huskies continue to roll on offense. It wasn't just a one-quarter thing, and you love to see that if you're Coach Lewis.
Momentum going into league tournament, where that sucker is wide open, of course. Golden Plains, they own that trophy. They might as well just continue to give it to them. I think they've won a minimum of 5 in a row.
2 shots coming as Kraus attacks the basket. Once again, it goes against Austin.
Austin picks up her second, I believe. Just first. Wow, that's impressive for her.
Yeah, fouled out of the last game in Stockton, which is a really knockdown, drag-out sort of contest where the Huskies did come out victorious by 13 points, but both Baird and Cox, I believe, fouled out of that one.
You're giving Austin a little too much credit. I think she's fouled out of the last 3 of 4. Kraus gets them both.
She fouled out at Weskin?
Yep.
Wow. It's honestly impressive.
It is. You know, I've asked her to try and be more aggressive on the defensive end, so maybe it's my fault. They foul Bina, but
and they give the foul to Kraus. I think that Lily Payne was the one who truly deserved that. And if you're Coach Spangler, you would rather see that go to Payne, as Kraus has been the offense for the Bobcats right now. And Baird's shot just falls short from that short corner. It's going to stay with the Huskies, as Kraus was the last one to touch it.
The lovely part about that was there was 3 Lady Huskies surrounding the rim, waiting for that one to come in and get an offensive board. Baird puts that one in. That was a tough roll.
Yeah, and that was just Baird being strong with that, as she didn't exactly collect that pass in bounds right away, and it looked like it was going to be called a jump or that she was going to turn it over, but stayed strong with it and stuck with it and got a nice shot off. The Huskies are out running again, trying to get transition offense rolling here.
Sides open for 3. Oh, I thought that one was down.
Going to have to think of something for 4.
Okay, Stankova was on the line touching it, so that made it out of bounds, bringing it back to the Huskies. Yeah, I don't know what 4 in a row is.
Platinum sombrero, 4 strikeouts. So you got.
Well, how do I broadcast that? I don't know.
We just got to show you put on a platinum sombrero.
Oh, that'd be all right too. Stankova knocked it back in.
Saved it through Bina's legs.
Now Austin has it. Flipped up to Baird and nobody in front of her. Will she get to the rim first?
Contact, crazy.
How did she do it?
Good call. It should have been another and one opportunity for her.
8 in the quarter and 12 in the game for Mary.
You don't usually see Baird handle the ball a lot, especially coast to coast, and she was getting someone riding her hip that whole time, and she did a really nice job finishing strong.
Yeah, in the past, that would have been a real problem for Mary. Now Austin's got a steal out in front, and she'll put it in.
Austin she's padding the stats up there at the top of the key right now.
She's hungry. 42 in the first half for Northern Valley, as there's 40 ticks remaining here in this second quarter. That ball's knocked out of there by Mary Barrett.
One of the more dominant first halves, or really any half, that we've seen from the Lady Huskies team, and as long as I can really remember, Clint.
It has been relentless would be the best word, and that shot was blocked by Bina, and they got a chance to get another one. Braxton lead ahead, now drops it for Mary, and she'll put it in.
And it's on both ends of the floor right now. It's total contribution. You know, this this Bobcats team, they're not just missing shots. There's chaos being caused by this Lady Huskies defense. They're making them turn the ball over, and then they're getting out and running coast to coast and creating opportunities for themselves.
Austin will get one more before half with a scoop and score for her.
Wow.
And you know, one of the things that Dean Lewis talked to me about prior to the season starting, after watching these girls practice for a week, he goes, Clint, we got the fire potential to score 80. Well, it might happen tonight.
I don't.
Second half begins now. Stayed in that 3-2 zone. They'll swing it over for sides. Had it kind of go through her hands. Now inside to Bina it goes. Shoved around. Now stolen by Kraus.
She had Braxton on that backside wing if she was able to get turned and find her, but ran into traffic and wasn't able to do anything with it that time around. Kraus's first shot is off the mark, but not a bad look at it. They're going to need her to really pick up the scoring to cut into this deficit.
Sides let that one go through her hands a little too much. She had a second turnover here by Northern Valley in the half. Talk magic numbers a lot. How many they got to score to win this one? It might be 0 at this point as well, as stringy as the defense has been playing so far here tonight for Northern Valley.
They find themselves with a really nice cushion for the second half, but it's obviously you want to focus on the game at hand, but there's a tournament, league tournament right around the corner, and if you're Coach Lewis, you want to see them not really take their foot off the gas and lighten up too much. You want them to stay running like a well-oiled machine like we saw them doing in those first two quarters. And there's getting right back on the scoring track with Delaney Sides, hitting her 4th 3 of the game.
Don't know if she's even decided to use any part of the rim so far tonight. This foul will go against Baird.
And that was something that we talked about early in the game, too, is that you got to keep fouls to a minimum because you don't have Jordan out here tonight, who played a lot of solid minutes in that last game, and you just really don't have a lot of depth to start with. But Northern Valley did a really nice job playing stout defense, but clean defense there in that first half.
Nice take by Spangler, pushing her way in and getting her too. I'd like to see her stay that aggressive. That's a shot that she can get off, because not many girls that she's going to face are that quick.
And even if Western Plains, this is a pretty large deficit to come back from.
And one!
Great finish there by Baird. But I was going to say, even if Western Plains does come out of here with a loss to the Huskies, there's a lot that they can still improve on in this second half, because they're going into this league tournament too. And even if you don't get the W here, you can carry a lot of momentum with a really good second half going into this tournament to make some noise.
Mary puts that one in to complete the three-point play. Out high to Lily Payne. They go quickly back to Flax. She'll go baseline, tries to put it up over Bina. Tall task, and she's got the rebound. Northern Valley will go.
Yeah, tall task, pun intended.
Absolutely. Inside to Baird. Tries to step through move. Kind of got it caught on the hip of Strickler, and it ended up a turnover. Excuse me, that was Kraus.
Yeah, Kraus did a nice job standing tall and being strong in there, as Baird has done a really nice job turning into the middle of that paint. But that time, they get the better of her, and Austin gets it right back for the Huskies.
On a steal, she's wide open on a break. Will pull up for 3. This one rattles out for her. Ball on the ground. Payne's got it and comes away with it. She'll kick it out to Spangler.
Slowing things down to set up the offense. They find Kraus in the corner. She takes one dribble and tries to fire one away. I thought she was going to be more aggressive and try to take that baseline, because I thought she had the jump on the Husky defender there.
Skip pass to Sides in the corner, looking for number 5. But on the offensive board is Mary Baird.
Hey, you're more than fine shooting that shot if you've got 4 in this game. And when Baird and Bina and Austin are crashing the glass the way they have been, by all means, I'm sure Coach Lewis is allowing them to have that green light. Jump ball is the call here as Baird grabs that ball as Kraus tries to drive past her. It's going to stay with the Bobcats underneath.
Baird will take a seat Skimper in. Mary with 19 so far.
Definitely her best scoring output of the season thus far, and it's still only that third quarter. So, we talked about it a little bit before this game. A lot of contribution from a lot of people, and this is going to be a foul here as Payne was trying to strip that ball away from Bina. So it'll stay the Huskies. I think it's just Payne's first of the evening, and it is. But we really haven't seen we've seen a couple of good scoring outputs from these girls this season, but Baird really hasn't had one of these big scoring influxes yet. So it just really taking it to the next level. If you can do all the things you've been doing, but have two girls flirting with scoring 20-plus points in the game, because now Austin has to be sitting pretty close to that as well.
Austin with 15 on the night.
It's going to be an offensive foul here.
No, he's calling it on Austin.
Oh, I thought you said white underneath.
I thought he did too, but we're wearing headsets.
Yeah, that is true. So they get Austin with her second foul of the evening, but Aaron Pass goes over to the bench trying to hit Stankova with that pass, who is not in the game.
She hit her with it. She was just on the bench.
Yeah.
56-17, Northern Valley, complete control. Sides thought about another three. We'll get it to Skimper, and she was fouled by Payne. Iris will go to the line to shoot two.
Good job by Iris there, finding the space that she needed to catch that pass into the interior, and had the defender sealed off to the point where all they could really do was foul her to avoid that shot.
So what I saw coming into this year was hoping to get Iris Skimper some confidence. And tonight, by far her best game so far. She's got 4, and she's got these 2 free throws staring at her here, but she's got a really smooth, soft shot. I don't know whether she got that from Drew or not, but she'll make 1 of 2 here.
Both of them had to get it from somewhere, right?
Well, Craig's going to say it was definitely from him. One of our top fans here at Open Spaces Sports.
He usually sits right there on the front row, and it's a home game, though.
It's either that or he's listening to us, and he might be doing both at the same time here tonight.
That's right.
Flax with it, now back to Spangler. Around a couple screens, they'll get it back to her. Open for 3, toe on the line. It's going to be no good. Braxton ripping down yet another rebound. She's probably got 4 or 5 of them here. Just because she's got a 5'3" frame doesn't seem to matter. She's going to control the glass. Long jumper for J.C. Gippard, and everybody's in the book.
Top to bottom contribution for the Huskies here in this performance. Spangler using that speed you talked about, but blocked by Baird.
Nice board by J.C., and now she'll go up the court. No, that's 2 steps. That's just fine.
Trying to hit Baird on that outlet pass. Gets called for the travel violation, giving the ball back to the Bobcats. But a timeout here. We got a full timeout, so we'll hear from our sponsors for
Junior cake raffle.
Got my headset all twisted.
Oh, you did. Come on. Step up your game, big guy.
There we go.
Bobcats will play it in here.
No, I didn't put my name in because I'd be worried I'd have to go get it.
Well, you know what? They'll hold it for us. They know where we're at. And I could use a plate of brownies.
The cake cannon.
Now you're just putting it to extreme.
Yeah, well, we have to push the limits here at Open Spaces.
Braxton with it up high. Has to pick it up and gets it over to JC. Mary with a short jumper of her own, soft but no good. Iris will put it up, and she's got 7 tonight.
The good times continue to roll for the Lady Huskies. Strickler from the outside, just off the mark. Not a bad look at it, though. And this is Kraus fighting for the ball. It's going to stay with the Huskies, but she did everything that she could to not make life easy for Iris Skimper after that rebound.
Austin May with a long 2.
Is your middle name?
Is she? Yeah, Austin May is her middle name. But can you say she's feeling it a little bit? Mary's going to pick up this foul on the The running into the screener, probably the absolute right call.
That's a tough spot though if you're on the defense there, because
that's on Austin, really.
Yeah.
She didn't call it out.
You got to yell that out. We know these girls talk all the time, right? So they should be able to talk.
She didn't text her or nothing. Kraus drains a three.
And then steals the ball. Oh, she looked like she was going to steal the ball right back. She's got no quit in her.
JC
Nice
Gippard
find.
open and scores.
Absolutely nice find. That's what you were talking about right there. Your post player in Bina also being a key facilitator here this evening.
Now they've switched up, and it'll go off of a Bobcat over to Northern Valley. Goes off of Kraus. 1:28 to go here in this third quarter.
Some full court pressure coming now from the Bobcats, trying to do what they can to turn up the heat here. It is going to work. They looked like they were going to force that turnover. Lily Payne couldn't save it before it goes out of bounds, but
she blew a tire too.
Yeah, that might have been what it caused them not to get that steal. She was slipping on a sock.
Yeah, because she had ran out of her shoe. Austin. Now back to Delaney.
They got a timeout.
Spot in there, and they haven't put it back in as Luna's going to check in. Stankova will go out. Don't know how that was really legal coming out of it. Skimper gets the fed inside, but it goes off of her hands and over to the Bobcats. Amy Luna getting her first action. Northern Valley in a zone now. Interior shot up, no good. Offensive rebound by Luna. Fouled by Side. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, and that's a correct call right there, as Luna had really good positioning off of that shot. Everybody collapsed on Kraus there in the middle of the paint, leaving Luna with perfect positioning to get that board. And really all that Sides could do is either let her make the shot or kind of get her in the back.
Austin and Iris to sit. Braxton and Audrey, the sisters, come back in. Luna's second shot is good as well. Amy with 2 for 2 from the free throw stripe. Flipped up to JC Gippard. Now back to Braxton. 50 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Tries to have a bounce pass inside. Now that's stolen, and out in front of everybody is Kraus. She'll lay it up and in.
Spangler.
That's 24?
Spangler, yep.
Sorry, put that one in the wrong book.
I know you're keeping books, so that's why I corrected you there.
6 for Spangler. And now yet another turnover. That ball tracked down. Get back to Spangler with 22 seconds to go in the quarter. Kick back out, 3 on the way is good. That's Kraus's 3. Give her 15 on the game with 7, now 5 to go. Will Northern Valley get a shot off? JC throws around, and now Luna steps in the passing lane and prohibits Northern Valley from getting a shot off on their last 4 possessions. Home cooking, doing these Lady Huskies some good. Having their most prolific scoring output of the season. Inside for Bina. Turn, fires from the free throw line, left it short.
Yeah, and if this is a home court advantage thing, then that's a good thing for these Lady Huskies. Is they've got a lot of home games after Lead the League tournament. I think they have 4 more because of the canceled games and the postponed games. Moving things around, they're going to have a lot of home stands here towards the end of the season.
That'll be nice for you and I.
That's right.
As mileage is not a part of our compensation.
Especially if they're going to be giving out these concession vouchers.
And hot dog cannons. Who knows how far that idea will go.
We need to send it up the chain fast.
It'll get there. Just let it lather, let it work. Foul will go against Sides one more time, her second. And a running clock here in this fourth quarter. is in effect. Inside they go to Flax. Quickly around to the left side. She'll put it up and in. Best move by Flax she's had all night. Her first points. Austin will go baseline. Flip it over for Bina and put it in.
That was really nice control there from Austin as she did break that press using her speed and dribbling ability, but sometimes we see her kind of look for contact there and the call, but the call didn't come and the contact really wasn't completely there either. So she did a good job keeping her control, keeping her eyes up there, and dishing it to a teammate.
Baird went for a steal, but just missed it. Good recovery on the defensive side. Kraus now has her pocket picked. Sides is out in front. We'll flip it up.
So they call the travel. I think the crowd thought that maybe
didn't like it either.
Didn't like it. They thought maybe if there was an extra step, it was because the ball got tipped away from her. That's what I was kind of thinking as well. But travel nonetheless is the call.
Nice head and shoulders fake. Freed him up by Spangler. Inside, smothered by Bina. Sides has it. Now the ball is loose. Austin will come away with it, and a foul will go against Kraus. Flax. Yes, Flax.
Couldn't get out and run there as Amy Luna, after going after that loose ball, fell over and was kind of tangled up with Baird. Kraus steals it here, thought she might pop one from the corner, and just miscommunication from the Bobcats, gives it back to the Huskies. And a carry is the call as they cross the half-court line.
Dean shakes his head. Doesn't like the call. I didn't see it. It's kind of underneath my stand.
I'm going to guess he's not going to argue it, though, this time.
No, and Coach Lewis, nice to see him over there. He was feeling ill earlier this week, I know, and was not even at practice one of those days.
Well, if there's a bug going around, you'd like it to be this week instead of next week as we go to Wheatland and Grinnell for that league tournament and finish off in Trigo.
Marion Side was fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Foul will go against Strickler.
Which I do really like that Trigo gym. I'm glad that they're allowing us to go there for our league tournament.
More of a neutral site is what I appreciate. As Baird puts in a free throw for her 20th point of the evening. Now 50% from the line. Iris Skimper at the scores table ready to check in for her after this one goes through, and it does. 21 on the evening, 7 so far here in the second half for Marion. I'm guessing her night is complete.
Maybe. They don't have a lot of depth over there, so time will tell. But as this clock continues to tick away, we are at that running clock phase of the game. Second league game in a row that the Huskies have forced a running clock against their opponent. And that is just a pretty good compliment to both the offense and the defense.
Flax will put it in.
Delaney Sides felt that pressure from Amy Luna on the baseline, tried to throw it off of her shoes and keep it with the Huskies, but it actually bounced right back at Delaney, which caused kind of that funky play right there. And Ira Skimper, really good put back after Bina missed on her attempt. That's just, we've said it time and time again, they got people always going towards the ball. You love to see that if you're Coach Lewis especially.
And a foul will go against Skimper on that play, but so with the running clock, they will not start the clock until it times back in after the timeout. So Flax will go to the line to shoot two. She's got 4 points here, all in this second half. Second free throw. Eyeing at now, and my pencil is broken. She got them both.
That's how you know there's been a lot of points. You broke the lead of the pencil, keep them broke.
Mechanical pencil is
really nice.
failing. Skimper got another one. Who fed her that time?
It was Audrey. Audrey had a look in the middle of the lane, but the second pass there, really good move from Audrey, letting up a decent look for a really good look. And a three-pointer
Fourth three-pointer away by Krause. Skimper puts that one up again, was just off. Euro to the rim, and she was fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. And another timeout by Coach Spangler, as he doesn't like the running clock any more than the rest of us.
Well, and if you got them, you may as well use them and not allow your team to feel that pressure of the clock ticking away while you're shooting.
But that tournament, I can guarantee every team is scared of these Lady Huskies.
We got a ball coming from the stand over there. Not sure where that actually came from. It came from underneath, I think.
Yeah, somebody found a dodgeball underneath the the stands and the little kid in the stands. You know what I mean? Not just sitting there, but underneath, lurking, throws the ball out on the floor in contest of this game, I guess.
Yep. You'll never find whoever it was in protest.
Did you get them both or one?
One.
My scorebook is pretty well good. I want to keep it there for the next 2 minutes.
Still pressuring Northern Valley. It's kind of like what we said coming out of that halftime break. It was a massive uphill battle to climb, and Northern Valley is still just firing on a lot of cylinders. But there was a lot of good things that could come from this game, even if it wasn't the victory overall for these Bobcats, as I'm not sure what their seed is at that tournament. I don't have it in front of me, but like you just said, you talk about those top 4 teams, it's really anyone's ball game. I would say it goes down pretty well all the way to the bottom of the seeding, that anybody can make some serious noise in that tournament.
Baird with 2 point-blank shots there that didn't go for. But now she's got a steal. Nope, gets it back. Turns, shoots, scores over the top.
And Krause
having a heck of a night.
I think she would rather have the victory than the points, but she's having herself an excellent game, especially the second half. Really turned up the scoring intensity on her end, and she's flirting with 20 as well. I'm not sure what she's at.
Who? Krause?
Yeah.
Let's add them up.
The three ball started to fly for her.
She's got 4 threes, so that's 12.
Ball poked away by Krause. She's making a difference on both the offensive and defense end. So her and Baird get tied up for the jump. Ball stays with the Huskies according to that possession arrow. Under 20 ticks left. This could be the last really possession we see of this game, and it's stolen away by these Lady Bobcats. Still no quit in them. The foul is going to go against Bean, and we got a timeout coming from Coach Spangler.
He wants to let his team get a shot.
You got to let that ball go through the hoop, especially on a game like this.
So they'll face off against the Golden Plains Lady Bulldogs,
which definitely a very good coach team. And you talk about how that tournament kind of has to run through Golden Plains the last couple of years, but
there's no doubt it runs through them.
But there's ever been a year where you feel like there's a chance. I feel like this one more than the last half decade for any team to really knock off some people, make some noise, and cause some upsets if you're one of those lower seeds. And hats off to the Huskies here, coming away with the 75-36 win in a dominant performance, top to bottom from start to finish.